Am I gonna get to go home every weekend? You know you came to an over-the-road job, right? Did you do any research? So, when it comes to trucking, this is one of the questions I get asked the most, and it's about home time. Am I gonna get to go home every weekend? Do we have dedicated runs that get me home every weekend? Am I gonna be over the road? Stuff like this. You know, we're taking an over the road job. You're not coming out here to a guaranteed dedicated run that's gonna get you home every weekend. You're not coming out here to just run a couple states. If you get lucky and your fleet manager can get you onto a run like that or a route like that, you know, more power to you. But whenever it comes to home time, we're over the road truck drivers. We're gonna go home whenever we can. Whenever it's time for us to go home, what I try to do is every month I would go home for 4 days. So if you're coming out here and you're thinking that you're gonna be able to go home every single day, you know, and every weekend, you got another thing coming. Make sure you do your research. I'm telling you right now that if you think that you're gonna go home every week and you think that you're gonna come out here and go home all the time, it's not gonna happen like that. Now, there are dedicated runs, there's regional stuff. It depends on the area you're in, stuff like that. Like, I'm from Texas, so you would think that flatbed would be better off for me to get me home more from Texas. So I looked into it. My area, Lubbock, Texas, yeah, sheetrock goes into there from what I understand, but there's nothing really that comes out of there for flatbed. Like, they would have to deadhead to Carlsbad or something like that. So even if I was flatbed, I wasn't going to be home all the time like people would want to be. So when you come out here to Prime, just make sure that you know that it's not all fun and games. It's not going home every weekend. So you're going to be out over the road. That's realistic. So, you know, just keep that in mind. It's an over the road job. If you're wanting to go home every night and, you know, be local, then go ahead and get ready to do your whole year over the road and go home once a month or, you know, something like that until you get your contract fulfilled through Prime, and then find you a local job. What you're going to find out there is that the local jobs, for the most part, don't pay good. It all depends about the area you're in and stuff like that. But if you're looking to make what you were making over the road when you go local, 9 times out of 10 it's not there. I looked at local stuff before. You know, my goal was to do my year with Prime and then go back and do some local, go work for the oil field or something like that. Oil field's always up and down. Like, one minute you have a job, the next minute you don't. And what we found out during this coronavirus is that the oil field was always saying truck drivers are the last ones we let go, so you'll be great if you have a CDL. Man, I had so many students call me, hey, I got furloughed, hey, I got laid off, because they quit Prime and went out to the oil field, and oil field did its normal thing. Whenever they can't sell that fuel for those high prices, they just shut it down and lay everyone off. You know, so like, I was looking into that stuff and I decided to stay with Reefer, stay in that Prime, because guess what? People always need to eat. Like, I did not get shut down during these COVID-19 stuff. Like, I kept running. So, you know, I didn't get laid off. I didn't get fired. I didn't lose no money, you know. So I did really well during that time. But the other things in my hometown that were local was like one company that required 2 years of experience, and I looked into them, and I would only be making like probably bring home of like $600 a week. There was some other stuff that was local that none of it sounded like it was paying as good as I got used to making over the road. So I hung in there, and I'm glad I did, because I decided to become a trainer over here at Prime, and look at me now. I live in Ozark, Missouri. I'm home more, and I'm doing something that I really love, like empowering people to do better with their life. Like giving you helping somebody get a CDL is like, you know, it empowers somebody so much. You can take that CDL and get a job like anywhere. You know, it's a good thing. It's a good feeling to empower people. So that's a little bit about the home time that I get asked a lot about, when, you know, and about local and stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of, I've had students come off of TNT and get placed right on a dedicated route because there was an opening, and my fleet manager, he had it lined up already. So my fleet manager put the guy right on a dedicated route right out of TNT. Sometimes you're gonna luck out like that. He lived in the right place for it. But yeah, that's a little bit about, you know, some of the questions about home time I'm getting. You know, at first when you come to Prime, you have a lot of questions about home time and stuff like that, and you really don't know what you got into because you didn't really do the research. Like once you find out that you're over the road and you're only going to go home maybe once a month for 4 or 5 days, you know, people are like in shock when they find out that. Because some people think that they're going to go home every weekend. They're all like, what do you mean? I thought I'd just do training here and then I would go home. Also, I get questions like this all the time. What do you mean I'm going to go all over the United States? I just figured I would pick up at one place and deliver to one place every day. No, that's not what you signed up for. You signed up for over-the-road truck driving. That means you're sleeping and living in that truck. So some people they need to do some more research before they come out here. A lot of this stuff they can, you know, find videos on YouTube. Like check out my videos on YouTube. Like I try to do a lot of helpful tips and stuff like that. And if you just look through my videos, like you can do a lot of research just checking out my channel. You can check out other people's channels too and find a lot of research. You just got to be careful who you watch on YouTube. Some information is spot on, accurate, good information. Some of it's not. I've watched YouTube videos that had bad information on it. So be careful who you watch and do a lot of research before you come out here. Make sure that this kind of lifestyle is going to fit you, or make sure that you have a plan for after completing that year. Go ahead and get you a plan. Hey, I'm going to work here for so long, and I found this place that's local in my town. After I finish my training at Prime, I can go right there and I'm going to be set. Well, thanks for watching this video. I hope that I answered some questions for some people that are looking at coming to Prime. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. And ring the bell. I can't forget, ring the bell. That way whenever I do a live, you'll be notified, and maybe you'll see you'll be able to make it to my live for some real questions. Alright, I'm out. That's all I have for today.